Hey guys, James here. Quick transparency. This is a singular part to what will essentially be a 12-part series that I do throughout the year, where I just steal an idea from the purple guy and basically just do a media retro, or not really retrospective, but kind of my media list for 2025. Again, all transparency, I am stealing this from the purple man himself. I'm not gonna name him just because I think everyone in my audience knows who I'm talking about, and I want to go throughout the year, not directly naming any big Death Battle YouTuber names, and just see if people can understand who the hell I'm talking about without me ever saying their name. But I am essentially stealing this idea from him, and yeah, only I'm not gonna make 2 4-hour long videos. I'm just gonna do like singular parts for each month. This is gonna be in the start of every video. So I hope you enjoy this, and I don't know, let's just go watch the video. So Lego Monkey Kid Season 2, I gave this a watch because, I watched Season 1, and I think this is better than Season 1. It has, like, a good amount of, like, a lesson of the week, or ability learned of the week, shit like that. But I think the episodes are overall better, because it's not as much as that. It has a bit more story aspects to it. And I definitely think the Bone Demon Lady is a better antagonist than the Demon King, or at least a more threatening one, because she feels a lot more like she's there more often as an opposing force, along with, like the Spider Queen. They feel a lot more like an opposing threat that's there more often than the Demon King was. Not to say Demon King was a bad antagonist, I think he's great. And, like, obviously the animation is amazing in this. But I really like the characters and their design, and, like, the characters, their personalities. Their designs are also good. But, like, a lot about this is just amazing. I don't really know how much I can really give praise to Lego Monkey Kid that probably just fans of it have not already heard or said themselves numerous times. Like, I won't be saying anything new. I think Season 2 is just generally very good. It's a very solid season. Definitely, like, a step up from Season 1. I'm recording all this, like, a couple days before October ends like on the very 1st. And Season 3 and 4, I have more I like about them that I'll probably discuss there. So, Season 2, I don't think is as good, nearly as good as those two seasons, but still a very great season. So, obviously, I don't have too much more to say. Like, generally, like, yeah, animation's great, characters are great, all that jazz. But, yeah, Season 2, Monkey Kid, very good. So I find Season 3 of Lego Monkey Kid to really be like, okay, yeah, no, I fully understand why people love it. Because Season 1, 2, I could definitely say, like, okay, yeah, the animation and comedy here, I think are really great. Season 3, I think, is where those factors still continue, as well as, like, the characters. But also just general storytelling, I think, is at its best here. Along kind of with Season 4, but we'll get there when we get there. But Season 3 was amazing. This one doesn't really have as much of the story of the week, or lesson of the week, or learn you can't do everything at once, or, I don't know, don't be lazy. No, it's actually a fucking story now. We've gone from the episodic to the story, like all big story shows for kids. But Season 3 is amazing. I love it. The whole final fight with the Demon Bone Queen, fucking awesome. Or lady, whatever the fuck her name is. I think it's amazing. Really amazing way to end the season off. And, like, it ended on such a banging note that I was like, how the hell do we continue? Because it felt like she was the big baddie. Like, the big bad that we were building up to. So, like, how the fuck does Season 4 continue? And I see the overarching story now. At least what we have so far. I could see how the Demon Lady, Bone Queen, saying, not the big final antagonist. But still, I thought this was an amazing, amazing season. I love it. And, like, again, also, like, visuals. The visuals for this go fucking hard. Like, I don't know why. A Lego 2D show, they saw, yeah, let's have fucking Gurren Lagann-ass fucking visuals. But hey, I won't complain. I thought this was an amazing season. I loved it. Season 4 of LEGO Monkey Kid. I watched all of this in like one day. Yeah, I just binged it because I had a day off, but Season 4 of LEGO Monkey Kid, I don't think it's as great as Season 3, but it's still really good. Like, it tackles a lot heavier themes. I think the storytelling has its improvements, but also a bit of downgrades. But, like, first of all, yeah, it tackles a lot more heavy subjects than it felt like Season 3 did. Mainly just MK's more uncertainty of his origins and a bit of a identity crisis going on. Well, also, like, the old identities of all the main characters. I liked it. I guess not really old identities, but their ancient pasts or whatever. You know, their ancestors. You know what the hell I'm talking about. If you see the season. If not, I might just sound a bit confusing to you, but fuck you. But, again, like, animation is amazing. The characters are also amazing in this. Like, generally, the quality on almost everything is exactly the same as Season 3. I just think some beats of the storytelling could be a bit better. Namely in the second half of it. After the whole twist with Azur Lyon being tricking. Not really a villain. But, the trickening of it all. I'm sure this is something in the original Journey to the West that I just am not aware of. I would not be surprised. Because this obviously takes a lot of inspiration from Journey to the West, because it's fucking Sun Wukong, but it's the Monkey King. Anyways. But, like, yeah, the whole Azur Lyon thing, I think the twist in general is pretty good, albeit it's predictable. Not saying it's a bad thing, but, like, I kind of felt like something was fishy with this motherfucker. And, like, yeah, I think where I kind of take issue with it is how predictable it is, like, in universe. Like, the whole everything after the fact. Like, the whole team developed this plan to, like, beat Azur Lyon and the other two, the fucking, what was it, elephant and a bird, or whatever, I don't remember. But, like, to defeat them. And everything goes exactly according to plan. Like, mainly like how those two will act. Like, you couldn't have thrown us a bit of a curveball there. It was just, yeah, no, I had to go 1-to-1. It's a little, I don't know. Like, it's not bad. It's just a bit, like, dissatisfying. But, like, the final fight between, like, Wukong, MK, and Azur Lyon, it's an amazing fight. Like, the animation is fucking awesome. You get impact frames shit going on. It's awesome. I think it goes on a tad too long. Like, it could be shortened down by a smidge. Because it's a very long fight. It's like a 6-minute long fight. It's a bit longer than I think it has to be. But the fight itself is still really great. Obviously, like, amazing animation, great choreography. Bleh. Like, everything about it is great. I think it's just a bit on the long side of things. But, I mean, yeah, Season 4, I think is amazing. It definitely expands more on the overarching narrative of this bigger group that's manipulating things behind the scenes. I'm sure Season 5 will go more into it. Every time I go to give Season 5 a watch, the website I watch it on is just like, yeah, we're not working right now, fuck you. So it's like, okay, well, I'll get to it later, I suppose. I want to get to it by the end of the year. I don't know. It's going to be like how well that website wants to work with me. But yeah, Season 4 of LEGO Monkey Kid, I think it's also amazing. I do like Season 3 overall more, but this is still an amazing season. So there's the autumn sale on Steam, and Tattletale's one of them. I'm like, you know what? I remember watching playthroughs of this game by Markiplier back in the day, back when mascot horror started getting really big because of Freddy Fazleton. So I decided, you know what? I should play this for myself. I should actually play this game for myself, and it's good. I think it holds up pretty well. I definitely think Tattletale is like an anomaly. Oh, I can't say the word. Oddity within the mascot horror games of that era, because most of them generally like blew up and still generally has a pretty good following these days. You know, Five Nights at Freddy's and Bendy, I think, are like definitely the big ones. And like I feel like those were like the really big ones. There's also kind of Hello Neighbor, but I think that's more so remembered for the meme bullshit than being good. Tattletale though, like it was big when it released, but nowadays this kind of feels like a forgotten relic of that era, which is very odd. But I think Tattletale itself is very good. It has like obviously slightly cryptid storytelling. You can kind of gather all the details from it from playing the game. There's also a kaleidoscope mode, which is new to me. Played that. That was neat. It's not generally the gist of it. Like, it's basically just, this company made Furbies. They made a Mama Furby. One Mama Furby went kind of rogue, and they had to recall the entire product. And now Mama Furby kind of, like, haunts this kid, or whatever. That's kind of the general gist of it, from what I understand. But like, it's not a bad game. I think like the management of the Tattletale is not that bad. It's pretty solidly done. The game, like, that's mainly the gameplay. It's just like, okay, do this task each night and then find all these eggs so you don't get jumped by Mama at the very end or whatever. I think it's overall a very solid, albeit fairly simple game in the grand scheme of things. It's just odd to me, like, this one did not really like catch on, despite being almost as big as like its allies back in the day, as big as like Freddy, big as Bendy, you know, shit like that. And like, what's funny is like, I remember seeing a video like maybe a year ago or some bullshit of just like, Tattletale was the one that got away. This one should have been like one of the big mascots, like big iconic horror mascots for mascot horror. And, like, I think it was this year or last year, where, okay, now suddenly we have a Tattletale U2s, we finally got Tattletale merch, almost a decade after. It's just like, this feels like too late. I don't know why they didn't capitalize that way before, because, like, yeah, a Tattletale toy makes sense. I guess maybe because it's too close to Furbies, where, like, you got a bit of a lawsuit going on there. But, I don't know. I think Tattletale itself is very solid. It's definitely a very interesting game to look at, just by the perspective of it didn't really, like, it's not really remembered that much nowadays. Like, everyone kind of goes back to it now and then. It's kind of like a similar boat to Baldi's Basics, in my opinion, to where, like, it blew up back in the day, and every now and then we do have people going back and appreciating it for what it was. And, that's kind of where Tattletale is for me. Like, I do appreciate it for what the game was, and it is kind of a shame it didn't really catch on and become bigger than what it could have been. I don't know. I think it's a pretty solid game on its own. It's definitely, like, worth playing. It doesn't take that long to play the whole thing. I definitely think the most, like, fuck you part of the game was just some saves. Because mainly on, like, the one night where you have to go find, like, 2 of the other Furby things. You got one, like, in the garage, one under the trees, just surviving Mama for a bit, because if you die at any point of those, you gotta start from the beginning of that, and this is, like, mildly annoying. But outside of that, like, yeah, this is a very great game. I think it's a very good game, yeah. It's definitely just odd that... it's such an oddity of the whole genre, in my opinion. But Tattletale, I think, is a very good game. It stands on its own fairly well. I definitely suggest, like, if you watched a playthrough of it but never played it yourself, I'd suggest giving it a play. It's worth your time. Because I always see Tomoko online and just out of context clips from this anime, I'm like, I kind of want to give this a watch. And yeah, this is the femcel, and they... I mean, I don't think anyone would take offense I call Tomoko a femcel, because she fucking is. She's just objectively a femcel, and that's why we love her. I really like this anime. It's only 1 season. I don't know if there will be a 2nd season. I would like there to be a 2nd season. I don't know how much there is of the original series. I don't remember if it's like manga or light novel first, but whatever. I would like to see more of it. But yeah, this is fun. I like that they just don't hold any punches back to just show, like, yeah, Tomoko's kind of pathetic. She is a pathetic girl failure femcel. And, like, they never really try to make her redeemable. And I think it works here. She is always stuck in that perpetual cycle of don't want to get a job, fucking pathetic, can't get any dudes, and just, goddamn. There is no sex appeal there whatsoever, no matter how much she tries. It is funny. No friendship appeal. I like how, like, we often hear, like, her inner thoughts about, like, the people around her. And then, like, when we actually see these people, they're not that bad. Like, when we see them interact with Tomoko, they're pretty alright people. Like, I love it. And it's just, like, that whole thing is just, like, how an incel or femcel just fucking, their inner monologues, what they think of the people around them would be so drastically different from reality. And I think that's really funny to just tackle with this. And I just think this is a very, like, fun anime. It's not deep in, like, any fucking way. And I think it's just fun. It's a real fun one. Like, every time it's like, Tomoko seems like, oh, there might be a badass element there. Like, during the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Type card game tournament thing. No, it just turns out she has a trick up the sleeve with a cheating card. I think that's really funny. And how she, like, was, and the episode was, like, her cousin, I think it was. It's just, like, she tries so hard to just seem like that really cool older figure for her. No, at the end, she just sees her as a very sad, pathetic girl. But you feel pity for her. I was gonna see a lot of people say, like, they would definitely want to date Tomoko. Would you really? That girl probably smells like complete ass. She had ants crawling on her for, like, an episode. Like, I don't think you really want to be. She showered, maybe. She's pathetic, but it's, like, an endearing pathetic. But it's just like, goddamn. I think this is a very fun anime. That's kind of... it was fun. There's a lot of good jokes here. Like, the humor in this, I think, is overall very solid. And it definitely has those moments where you just cringe. Like, there's those painful to watch moments, but it's like a car crash. You just can't look away, though it hurts to watch. And that's the intent. Obviously, there's going to be those scenes of just, like, pure... It's just awkward to look at. And it works here. Like, he's like, oh god, that girl. She is a mess. She is such a fucking mess. Oh my god. I think it's a very fun little show. I would like to see more of it. But, Watamote, or whatever the fuck it was called. I always just call it Tomoko, but I don't know why. I'm sure that Watamote has, like, an actual meaning to its name, but, it's a fun anime. It's funny. The jokes in it are pretty solid. I also like Tomoko in general. Like, yeah, she's a failure, but yeah. I also like her brother, how he's not put up with her shit at all. It's a fun little anime. I liked it. It took like a day to watch it, and I don't regret it. It was fun. On its own, Blood Money is an alright game. It's nothing special. I think it's pretty simple. Doesn't have to be anything special. It's an alright, solid title. Cute enough art style. The whole... excuse me, the progression is alright, done well enough. I guess it's pretty predictable. Like, oh yeah, no, we poke him, and then we stab him, and then we shank him, and then we sleep with his wife and shoot him. For what it is, I think it's fine, albeit nothing special. It's the voice acting, though, that really sells me on this game. The voice acting for Harvey, I think, is great. You really get across the idea that, like, oh, this guy's in pain. He is pleading for his life. He hates you. He wants you dead now. I think Harvey's voice actor sells this game. He hard carries it, in all honesty. Like, he is so great at voicing Harvey here. Like, I love him. Like, he really gets that raw emotion across that he feels throughout the entire game. Or at least when you start abusing him. That's all I really got in this one. I think it's a very simple title. It is what it is. But Harvey's voice actor, I think, massively does carry this game to make me like, oh yeah, no, that was good. I was a bit late to get into Volume 35 of Komi Can't Communicate. I've just been a bit too busy to read lately. because of, excuse me, because of work and shit. I'm at Spirit Halloween, and October is the busiest month. I've just been too tired to read. But I did finally get to this, and it was really good. This one doesn't have as much focus on Komi herself. It puts more focus on Shosuke and Manbagi with their own little separate plots here, and I think they're both good. They're both short, but do things like they have their own little benefits to them. With Manbagi's, it's more about her and her new boyfriend, who I sadly forgot the name of right now, and just like, yeah, meeting her dad, or not her dad, his dad. She treats it very casually, and they are very like, they're treating it super seriously, and it's really nice. Like, it's nice seeing Manbagi be able to be with someone that's, you know, not Tadano, and, you know, be able to be happy with someone. I like that. That's very nice. And also with Shosuke's and his whole story, like, okay, finding out, like, I didn't know, like, there was an issue with, like, oh, the fact he never smiles, I thought that was just him, but finding out, like, oh, there's actually a reason for it, it's very sweet. And the reason itself being because, like, Komi always had trouble finding friends, so while when he was a kid, he was always happy, making other people happy, and having them make friends with each other, he's never really one that needed friends himself. That was his goal. So I kind of like that. It's a nice little correlation while tying in to Komi's whole story. I think that's really sweet. Overall, I think this volume is very nice. And there's only, like, I think 3 more volumes after this. I'm pretty sure. Like, 2 or 3. I'm not. I want to say it's like 2 or 3 more. Yeah. I think it's 2. And like, 1 more comes out this year, and then next is last year. It's really weird going from like seeing like the series is gonna be concluded when I've been keeping up with it since it started, or at least when it got like physical copies in the West back in like 2019. So it feels weird like being at the end of this after like almost 6 years now. I don't know, it's gonna be sad seeing the series go. I already got that with another one we'll talk about here shortly, but yeah, I thought this is a very good volume. So you probably know Dexter. This series had like a big meme, specifically with Dokes in 2 different eras of the internet. I think the first was, what was it, like 2000s or 2010s, was a surprise, motherfucker. And then this one was knowing that Dexter is the Butcher without being able to prove it. You know what Dexter is. And we have Paramount Plus this year because my family wanted to watch like a show that was on that, and they got a really good deal. It's how I watched Ninja Turtle Rise of the TMNT Season 2. And I figured, you know what, my original website for how I watch pirated shit is down. Let's go on this, because I can't remember, I have to go and ask for the passwords for, like, Disney and Hulu, and I don't feel like doing that. And I decided, you know what, let's give Dexter a watch. Because, like, with the memes, it has been sparking my curiosity. Like, I wanted to understand more about this show. So, it worked. And I gave Season 1 a watch. It's one of those shows where, like, there's like 12 episodes each season, but every episode's like an hour long, so eh. But I decided to give Season 1 a watch, and I loved it. Like, I absolutely loved Season 1 of Dexter. For starters, I think Dexter is an amazing, like, not protagonist, but main character. Just how terrifyingly calm he is in reality, but whenever he puts up that front, like, there's something terrifying about him, and I fucking love it. And then, like, the whole killings that's going on around him from the ice truck killer. That's fucking interesting. Like, the story here, I think, is very investing. Like, I love the story. Like, trying to piece together who this Butcher is, as well as, like, Dexter going about his normal killings, on how he only kills, like, actually terrible people. Other murderers, basically. And just, like, watching that, and while it's just watching Dexter try to just be, like, a normal person in this, like, as a cop, I think that's really interesting. And it also helps that, like, the main surrounding cast I think they're really great. Like, obviously I love Dexter. Dokes is my favorite. Like, I love these characters. Fuck, I'm trying to remember the rest of the main ones. Like, Angel. I really like Angel. Deborah, she's pretty solid. Like, I really like all these characters. I'm trying to remember the name of Dexter's girlfriend. Why can I not blink on... Why am I blinking on her name? I'm forgetting. Rita. I like Rita too, and like her little arc throughout the first season of being able to get over the abuse of her ex-husband. But then when he comes back, and it's just like, okay, now we have Dexter and this guy, and I like their dynamic. Dexter, like, he wants to get rid of him, but can't under his own code. And also, like, Dexter piecing together his own backstory after forgetting because of, like, a traumatic event. It's really good. And, like, the twist on who the killer is, which I'm not... This is, like, from 2008. So, spoiler warning. If you've not seen Dexter Season 1, you want to, skip the rest of this part of the video. Go watch that. But the reveal that who the killer is, and, like, all these connections, like, okay, this has to be someone close to Dexter. It's his brother. Probably be a bit corny now, but considering like this is 2008, really good. And more so just like the reveal of who this killer was, more so that than him being his brother. But it would also explain like all these close ties that he has with Dexter, which is definitely like one of the most interesting parts about the story, or at least the mystery of it all. Like, I see why people really liked season 1 of Dexter. From what I've heard, it's about like season 3 or 4 where the show falls off. But I am willing to watch more of it, because I really like the season. This is an amazing opening to a show. Like, I can't wait to watch more of this. This is I see why. I'm glad this became a meme, so then, like, it got to my attention again. I love it. Season 2 of Dexter, I think, is just a bit weaker than Season 1, though it's still a very great season. I think the reason why I just think it's slightly weaker in this one is just I don't think it has that mystery element as well as, like, the first one. This one, it's mostly the other people at the police department finding out about the Bay Harbor Butcher, which is who Dexter is, and just trying to find who that is, while Dexter himself is trying to lead them off his trail so he can continue what he's been doing. And, like, yeah, it's really good. It's an amazing season. Like, Dexter and Dokes, they are, like, the main, in my opinion, the main characters here throughout the majority of it. With Dokes, like, having that big hunch that Dexter is the Bay Harbor Butcher, and just trying to get evidence of it. It's really great. I love it. I think probably, like, the weaker part of this all to me is Lila in general. She's a fine antagonist. I just don't care for her that much. Like, goddamn. I don't really have, like, a specific reason why I don't really like her. Like, I don't know. It's just something about her. Maybe because she's British. That could be it. I'm just not a fan of Lila. And also, the side plot going on with Deborah and the sergeant, the head sergeant, I don't remember. I don't really care for it. I liked it with Dexter's brother in the first season because, like, yeah, you got that big ass mystery aspect, and, like, you know he has something to do with it. And we do find out pretty quickly, like, oh, he's the killer. It's just figuring out that tie to Dexter and why he's so obsessed with him. With this one, it's not really the same. And, spoiler alert, it just ends at the end of the season. Where it's just like, okay, so that's 2 in a row. Is this going to be, like, her gimmick every season? Because I don't really want that to be, Deborah's gimmick at the end of each season. And also, it felt like at the start they were gonna tackle a bit more of, like, a bunch of trauma aspects. Dexter and his broken psychology and like finding out like, oh yeah, he killed his brother, as well as just like the truth of what happened before he was adopted into like the Morgan family. Like, and there was a bit of trauma going on with that where he kept seeing his dead brother that he killed, but pretty soon that goes away after like letting go fully. And then the other one is Deborah on how she was almost fucking murdered by the guy that she was going to marry. And like that is very great at the start of the season, and it does kind of go into the whole like her dating the one guy, but I feel like it could have stuck around better or more. It might return in later seasons for all I know, but I'm kind of disappointed it didn't stick around for longer. Been more of those two things been like a lot more key parts going on. Or maybe, and that's just a theory of mine, but I feel like as the show goes on, we're going to have Dexter's like mentality break more and more, because like in season 1, it sounded like fucking the Dokes was listening to Dexter's thoughts. You're like, that'll make a lot of sense. Maybe that could be Dexter imagining that happening. And as the series goes on, we get more like abstract elements of that, and like the whole seeing his dead brother could have been beneficial to that. I don't know, maybe that might be where the show goes. I have no idea. But I have more criticisms with this season, though there's still a lot of great aspects. Like, again, the whole like Dokes and Dexter thing, just trying to find solid evidence that it's Dexter. And Dexter's whole way of just trying to get everyone off of him, to get the whole department off his trail. I think it's really great, and there's a lot of funny moments too. I didn't mention this in season 1, but there's a lot of really funny moments throughout these seasons. Angel definitely has a lot of it, despite his troubles. But I think they definitely show up a lot. There's a couple here like I just remember like, oh, that's funny. Mainly like outside of like some of Dexter's reactions to shit, just like him doing like the very like cartoony shrug, what I'm talking about, you've seen it in memes. But was this one where he thinks the hypotheticals where he tells Deborah that he is the Bay Harbor Butcher, and it's just like all these different fucking hypothetical situations, and they're really fucking funny. Just seeing how Dexter sings, it's really fun. And I like season 2. I think season 2 is great. I like season 1 a fair bit more, but season 2 itself is very great. So since this is a very like recent game of me doing this part of the video, I'll give a heads up now. I will be discussing spoilers about the game regarding like story, Mega Evolutions that were not revealed before the release of the game, a bunch of characters, all that stuff. I will discuss spoilers. So if you've not played this game yet and you would like to play Pokemon Legends ZA, I recommend doing that first before like watching this segment of the video. If you'd like, you can go ahead and skip to the next one. I won't have any spoilers show on the video, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just all trailer footage. But Pokemon Legends ZA, when you don't have some jackass on Twitter yelling in your ear, the graphics are bad! It's slop! It's slop! It's a very amazing game. Like, I want to get this out of the way first. This might be a bit more of a lengthy one, because obviously Pokemon's very passionate to me. But I want to, like, discuss real quick the criticisms people have with modern Pokemon game, and how some of them are kind of stupid. I'm sorry. A lot of times, it feels like people want Pokemon to be something that's just not. And like watching or communicating a bit with a streamer that I do like. I do disagree with her on quite a lot of things, but I like her content anyways, and I can respect her opinion. On like Pal World and why that was better than Legends Arceus, a lot of the comparisons I was getting, it kind of felt like, okay, you just want an entirely different game than what Legends Arceus was ever planned or meant to be. And that's kind of like the comparison with Pal World in general that I always hear. It's just like, okay, you guys don't want Pokemon, you just want something different, but looks like Pokemon. And this ain't like a video of the Bash Pal World. I haven't played it. I have no desire to play it. It doesn't really look that good in my opinion. But that's a conversation for a different day. But like, that generally does feel like it. And the only two criticisms I like consistently hear, no matter what, is A, lack of voice acting. B, the graphics. Voice acting, I think that's a fair criticism. For record, I'm playing this on Switch too. For a $70 game, voice acting would be nice. Notice how I didn't say mandatory. I think it's fine there isn't voice acting. It doesn't need voice acting. Would voice acting be nice? Absolutely. I would definitely take voice acting. I don't think it's as big of a deal as people make out to be. It's not like a giant deal breaker to me. There are dozens of games that don't have voice acting, and I don't think they need it. Mario games don't necessarily have voice acting. They just have, like, audio clips. And that's fine. Legend of Zelda didn't really have voice acting until fucking Breath of the Wild, and I didn't really hear a lot of criticism regarding that beforehand. And I don't fully get why Pokemon gets this treatment. Hell, shit like Kirby doesn't have voice acting, but there's dialogue from characters like DDD and Meta Knight, so, like, where's the criticism to that? You know, that's kind of what I'm saying here. They usually go for the same price, too. And also, the graphics design, like, graphics complaint I hear a lot. I'll be honest, I didn't notice fucking any of them until people wouldn't shut up about it on Twitter. It's just like, but the graphics, look how bad this building is. And it's always like background details. It's like, okay, the main focus of the game looks good. Like, it feels such like a nitpick to be like, the graphics look not the best, so therefore this is slop. And it's kind of showing, like, people use slop for fucking anything. It's a fucking overused word. Use that shit for, like, AI and content farms. Seriously. Pokemon is not that. Legends ZA is not that. I want to get those complaints out of the way now. The voice acting, I don't think is a deal breaker, or lack thereof voice acting. I don't think it's a deal breaker in any way. And the whole graphics thing, I think, is downright stupid. Like, yeah, it could look better. I will admit, but it's not that big of a deal. The main focus of the game, the character designs, the Pokemon, they all look great. And when, like, you are, like, focused on a thing, like, a detail in the environment, it looks fine. Like, you have to zoom in onto the background and, like, fucking point at it, doing, like, the Wojak points, like, oh, it looks bad! It looks bad! It's just, like, it's fucking annoying. Like, let people enjoy the game if they want to enjoy the game. I don't see why it's a big deal. And my thoughts on Pokemon ZA, I absolutely loved it. It generally is, like, one of my favorite Pokemon titles. Like, it's an amazing game. For starters, I also want to point out, people complain with Pokemon, the Pokemon Company never listens to the complaints. And a common complaint is the battle system, how people find it stale. Legends Arceus already dabbled in it, and like this one, it entirely takes out the turn base. So like, you can't complain that the Pokemon Company never listens, cause they clearly do. This reminds me why I don't like Pokemon fans. They're the most fucking spoiled fuckers around. I swear to God, and they feel the need to harass people over if they don't agree. It's annoying. But Pokemon Legends ZA, let's talk about what I love. First, the character designs. I think they are all, like, all hits. I really love the character designs in this game. All of them look really great. There might be, like, maybe one, like, okay, yeah, it's not, like, a fucking A++. But I think it's solid. Like, I really dig most of the characters and their designs in this one. And even without the designs, I really like most of the casts in this game. Like, even, like, the more side-ish characters, I think, are all really great. Like, everyone's saying the meme of Emma's ass. It's a nice ass. We're gonna get that out of the way. Like, for real. Like, Canary, she looks great. I find it funny, 2 games in a row, we have, like, a streamer, an Electric Gym Leader streamer. Difference is, well, not really Gym Leader, I don't think this has gyms, but difference here is that, like, Iono is just streaming her battles. Canary is a gamer. She's one of us. Also, like, I really like Gwen's design. I like her little chandelier hat. I really like Harmony. I think she has a good design. I also like how her and, the protagonist character, like both the rival, like the main rival and the protagonist, they're just kind of the same design, just swapped colors. I think that's pretty good. I hear a dog barking up downstairs. They got Josephine. We got Labene, Lita, Mabel's redesign. Like also like AZ's redesign. He looks 1,000 years, like over fucking 1,000,000 years old now. Like, I love the character designs in this game. I know I mentioned all the girls, but shut up. Like, because I just, like, quickly was able to look to the side. I'm like, oh yeah, shit, I got a list right here. And the list I found did not have any of the boys named on it, which I don't know why they didn't. But still, I really like them. And again, the characterizations, I think, are really great. Like, I like everyone's character in this. Also, Lysander. He goes by L in this. I like his redesign. I like his recharacterization. It actually makes him a good character. Unlike X and Y, where he's just like the most forgettable big bad of the whole Pokemon series. Like, goddamn. Like, generally, I think this game has amazing characters and designs going for them, too, to boot. Like, the big guy with the fucking, that, like, just breaks any little phone he touches. I love him. He's such a fucking himbo. I love him. The other one of the main crew, I forget their names. But he really likes the streamer girl. I like him. I like his character. His obsession with the streamer was pretty endearing. And it's not like a creepy way. We have a creepy dude in it who is obsessed with the streamer. But he himself, really good. I like him. I like his whole thing with... He's not really a battler. He just, like, likes to sew. I think that's pretty cool, quite honestly. And also the new Mega designs. I really like a lot of them. Like, very few, I'm not really too... Oh, excuse me. Oh, fuck, excuse me again. There's not many of them where, like, I don't like them, quite honestly. A lot of them I think are really good. Like, Mega Frostlass, I think that's probably my favorite of the bunch. I'd even use a Frostlass on my team. But I really like Mega Frostlass. I'm quickly trying to find, like, a list of the Mega designs. There's Mega Starmie. You've seen them all over online. I didn't like Mega Starmie at first. It's not a good design. But I've grown to like it because it's fucking stupid. It is a dumb-looking design, but I've kind of just grown to it. Similar to, like, Mega Victory Bell. Like, Mega Excadrill, Mega Malamar, Mega Electros, Mega Chandelier, Mega Dragalge. The fucking Johto starters, as well as Emboar. The Kanto starters. Hawlucha, Drampa, Phalanx. I fucking love all of those. Scrafty also looks awesome. That might be tying with Frostlass for my favorite. And, like, some of them are kind of, like, whatever. I'm not a big fan of Mega Skarmory, Mega Pyroar. I get the idea, but could have been better. Barbaricle's a bit of a hit or miss for me. Victory Bell's kind of, like, depending on my mood, quite honestly. But, like, that's really it I have to, like, to complain about. Clefables, Dragonite, Scolipede, I think they all look really good. The Kalos stars also have really good designs. I hate that they're locked behind, like, a subscription, like the online subscription. That is kind of shitty to lock, like, the Megas, the Kanto, not the Kanto, the Kalos starters behind that. But whatever, I guess. Like, I really like a lot of the Mega designs here. And, like, Mega Feraligatr, I love. Like, the design definitely takes a bit to get used to. But I do like it. And the game itself, I think, is very fun. It has an entirely different battle system compared to the rest of the series. Where normally it's, like, turn-based, and Legends ZA kind of did a little fiddling with it regarding agile and strong style moves, where strong style moves let you hit more, do more of a punch, but you have, like, one more turn where you can't do anything, so you have to take an extra hit. And then you got agile styles, which will do less damage, but you'll likely be able to go two in a row. I like these edits to the format. I think they really work here for the game and, like, help expand more on it to kind of solve that criticism of Pokemon doing a cookie-cutter, like, format for its game. Even though I do go with the idea of, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Pokemon is an RPG that's gonna go with the route of being an RPG. I like these changes. I like these experiments. And regarding, like, the map of Kalos itself, I've seen people say it feels empty, and I gotta go, fucking brother, what? What the hell are you talking about? How does it feel empty? There is so much you can do in the game. Like, yeah, it's not a whole region. It is just one map. But it doesn't need to be bigger than that. Like, it did, like from the get-go, it told you, this is just Kalos. You're not going to, like, other, or not just Lumiose City. You're not going to other sections of Kalos. It never said that you're doing that. I don't know why, like, you're only in Kalos? Like, brother, it told you that from the get-go. Why are you complaining after buying the game? Like, I feel like a lot of these people just want a reason to complain. But regarding, like, Lumiose itself, it feels very lively. Finding Pokemon out in the wild, the whole, like, night battle system, it gives you stuff to do day round, and it, like, keeps the time of day very important to you for your playthrough. And not to mention all the side quests, just filling up the map. You got, like, over 100 side quests, I believe, where, like, there's so much you can do. I have seen some people say, well, most of them just devote to, like, battles. So, you still got plenty to do in the game. You can clock so many hours into this game without having it all done. Like, I think maybe, like, one of the more downsides I could probably argue, I think I have, like, two. One is admittedly a nitpick. But one of them I think is a valid argument where in Legends Arceus, you had a link cable, which made it so you can evolve trade evolution Pokemon. Or if you just had an item that, like, so take like a Dusclops, and you want a Dusknoir, you just need a Reaper Cloth, hand it to it, boom, it'll evolve. Where normally you have to trade it holding that item. This one did bring it back. It didn't bring back the link cables or just giving the Pokemon the item. You have to fully trade them to evolve for certain Pokemon, which I don't like. I really would appreciate, like, a link cable. I am hoping in, like, one of these updates it will include items like that, or that system where you could just give the Pokemon the item and then boom, it'll evolve. Probably not. Maybe a link cable. Maybe if like you have a Swirlix that holds the thing that makes it evolve into a Slurpuff, and then you use like the link cable on it, it'll evolve. Maybe it could do that. I think that'd be really nice because, I mean, yeah, I would like to complete the dex without needing to go find another human being. Regardless, though, I think this is a very great game. We haven't had a new Pokemon game since, like, Scarlet Violet, and I know there was the DLC, so technically we've gotten new Pokemon games since. But, like, these are, like, the new, brand new games. And I might as well discuss this now, the whole DLC. Do I think it's kind of dumb that they're announcing DLC before the game is even out? Absolutely. That's not exclusive to Pokemon, though. Like, announcing DLC either before the game is out or not long after the game release is something a lot of fucking games do, not just Pokemon. Donkey Kong did it. I'm pretty sure Mario Kart's done it. I'm pretty sure a whole lot of big games have done that. And really, Pokemon's the only one where I saw, like, a lot of major flack for. Do I agree it's stupid? Absolutely. Is it a new thing, though? Absolutely not. Is it a new thing for just Pokemon? Yeah, but this is, like, the first time Pokemon has done it. But, I'm sorry. It's not a new thing in general. And, like Legends EA itself, I think is a wonderful game. It's honestly an amazing game. We don't have someone yelling in your ear that it's a bad game because graphics or whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's a great game. Honestly, you could probably say that regarding, like, other Pokemon games on the Switch, that people are like, look at that tree, like Sword and Shield. It has a lot of pretty visuals within the game, but no, we have, like, one tree that has to drown everything else, and it's just, it's frustrating being a Pokemon fan sometimes. I swear to God. But Legends EA itself, I really like. Also, the story. I haven't touched upon the story. Like, the story is generally, like, somewhat simple, but it's not bad. I really like the story. Outside of maybe the battle system taking a bit to get used to, I found Legends EA to be an improvement to Legends Arceus in every way possible. And I really like Legends Arceus. This includes the story, because Legends Arceus, I like the story a lot. I did start to lose interest about the halfway point of it, while ZA, I never really lost interest in its story. I found the characters very endearing throughout the whole thing, like, it wanted me to, like, to keep up with everything going on, not just button mash throughout, like, most Pokemon games. And, like, the story itself regarding Zygarde, the whole thing with AZ and Lysander, I really liked it. And, like, the whole battle thing was really nice. And I'm sure there will be a couple people complaining, like, you jump from rank U to rank F, like, after one battle. And I can understand the complaint for it, because it feels like you just skipped a major portion of the game. But on the other hand, I understand why they did it, because it helps with the pacing of the game. Because those battles are super easy. Like, when I was in rank V, I was fighting Pokemon, like, early 20s, while I had, Pokemon in my 30s. So, I understand why they made that jump. It was help to save pacing, and I'm pretty sure, like, those first few ranks was supposed to be more so the tutorial section of the game, as those didn't take super long to get through, and it kind of gave you, like, it gave you the chance to get, like, a very well-balanced team by that point to go into the game going forward. So I really don't have an issue with them doing that. I can understand why some people might feel a bit cheated. And I might as well bring up this as well, the bugs people keep bringing up. And I have a hunch that these are only with the Switch version, not the Switch 2 version, but they don't specify this because they have to keep up that whole argument of Pokemon's bad, look at this bug! But they're using it with a game that, like, it really doesn't... Well, it's a system that it feels like this Pokemon game wasn't made for, but at that point. Like, yeah, Switch 2 was announced after ZA. I feel like Legend ZA was made with the Switch 2 hardware in mind before that got announced. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Because from what I've been seeing, Switch 1 is buggy. The Switch 1 version of the game is buggy. Obviously, it's a massive game. Probably was very hard to fit it into the system without making a bunch of cuts and shit. Does it suck? Yes. Is it a new thing, though, for companies to do that? Not at all. I think there's a whole Scott the Woz video talking about it. And you can take, like, Persona titles where, like, you could definitely find, like, the cut content between the two. So, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Does it suck? Absolutely. Do I think that version of the game should release in that state? No. I would like the bugs to be fixed, at least with free updates going forward, at the fucking bare minimum. But Pokemon Legends ZA itself, I really liked it. I really liked the story. It kept me invested throughout the whole thing. And the final battle itself was really cool. Like, fighting the Lumiose Tower itself after it absorbed Mega Floette, that was fucking awesome. The whole fight with Zygarde, that was cool. Like, Zygarde's battle itself is very challenging. And also, like, the Rogue Mega battles are really challenging, too. Like, especially, like, Mega Barbaracle. Holy shit, that was difficult. But I really, really liked Legends ZA. I think it's a wonderful game. The story is great. The characters and their designs are great. The new Megas I really like. I'll probably get the DLC, like, once, like, I think it's actually out. I don't think the DLC is, like, full-on out just yet. I don't know. But I really liked it. I think it's an amazing game that people are giving a bad rep for because we have to keep up the agenda that modern Pokemon's bad. Remember the DS era? It's kind of annoying. I really like this game. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm still playing it, too. I still gotta complete the Pokedex and get, like, rank 50 to get that Shiny Charm. But I really like it. I think this is an amazing game. I absolutely loved it. It's definitely, like, one of my favorites of this year. Don't listen to the people that are just bitching about graphics and shit. I would recommend this game, even if it's a bit much. Josie, the Tiger, and the Fish. This movie came out, like, a couple years ago. I want to say it was, like, 2020 or some shit. And it didn't really... I don't think it picked up too much traction. But, it became, like, a big thing on Twitter a couple months ago for the wrong reasons. Basically, someone posts, like, a compilation of the movie, and it's just like... the one saying men want or something like that. And for some reason, a lot of people took offense, and then there's also a lot of people heavily agreeing. It was weird, but I was reminded of this whole fucking fiasco recently, and thought, you know what, I should give this movie a watch. And honest, I think, like, it's a very lovely movie. I guess, guys, is what I have to say. It's a very lovely movie. Like, for starters, the animation is very nice, and I think the story itself is good. I wish it was a bit longer, because there's some things that kind of feel a bit, you know, like, sudden, or it didn't really have the full time it needed to be fleshed out. I think the biggest content, and keep in mind, I haven't read the original story, but keep in mind, not keep in mind, but I think the biggest, like, example of this is, Josie's, grandmother just, fucking kicking the bucket out of nowhere. It's just like, oh, it's very important for the plot going forward, but it felt very sudden, and everything, like, I don't know. There's aspects where I think this would have benefited from being a bit longer of a movie. That being said, though, I still really like it. I still think it's a great movie. But despite me singing, I wish it was longer. I do think the progression between Josie and Tsuneyo's relationship, it feels very natural and believable. Like how they go from people that don't really like each other, just kind of putting up with each other because, you know, like, Josie needs aid, her grandmother can't always be there, and, you know, Tsuno, he needs money because, you know, college student. Like, originally it's just like, okay, yeah, it's just a thing that just happened, to where you can feel that relationship growing as the two of them bond more as the movie goes on. You know, that love feels natural. As well as Josie's whole thing of just like, she feels like she might be holding people back because of her disability. It's very sad and heartbreaking, and it feels very realistic for the movie, and just whole situation as a whole. I think this is a very, like, it's a great movie. It's not perfect by any means, but I do think it's a great movie. It's very good. Like, it's a wonderful, very lovely film. I don't really describe a lot of things as it's very lovely, because that's just a very, like, specific definition to me. But that's kind of how I would describe this movie. It's lovely. And I recommend giving it a watch. It's like an hour and a half, so I'd say it's worth your time, but it's a good movie. I liked it. So I did kind of have to spoil myself on everything that happens in this volume, like, a couple months ago when I did my own, Izuku Midoriya versus Miles Morales before the death battle happened. Like a day before the death battle got announced. Anyways, so I kind of knew everything that happened in this volume, but, excuse me, I still loved it. I don't get why people were fucking bashing the ending. Like, even before the, essentially, post-credit extra shit that, like, started coming up from this volume, I don't get the hate. I really don't. Like, at the start of the series, this was said to be the story on how Midoriya became one of the greatest heroes, and defeating the biggest bad of the entire My Hero series, history to that point, really. I think that definitely qualifies him being one of the greatest heroes. He might not keep the quirk, but it does circle back around. Like, Deku started as quirkless at the beginning of the series, but he gained that quirk, but he ended up losing it, kind of showing that the quirk does not define who you are. And I feel like that was something that was kind of big with All For One, where, like, yeah, he would take people's quirks, and those quirks kind of defined him to an extent, since he had to rely on a lot of them for, like, you know, shit like sight and living as long as he had. But with Deku, the quirks didn't define who he was, it was him. You know, his own sense of being a hero. Yeah, like, I don't know. I think it's really good. I don't know why people were bashing on it so much, but I really liked the ending to this. I thought it was really good. And also, like, all the post-credit stuff I thought was nice. Seeing all the characters in the future, how they're doing. how much of hero, like how big of heroes a lot of them have become. That's really cool. And like that one scene of them all getting back together, I really liked. I think this is a really great volume, and honestly, it's weird to see My Hero end now. Like I haven't been keeping up with this since like day one. I've been like keeping up to date with volumes as they release since I want to say 2020, 2021 maybe. I don't know. For a couple years I have been like pretty up to date with the series, saying like, okay, this is the next volume, this is a new one that's out, I'm gonna go pick this up, I'm gonna give it a read, I love it, I'm enjoying it. So like, I haven't been a day one fan. In fact, it did take me a bit to really get into it. Like, I didn't really care for season 1 when I first watched it, but then I gave the manga a read, and I liked it, and then I went on from there. Well, it wasn't one, like, I kept up to date with religiously. Like, I would make sure I'd know whenever your volume released. It definitely did become that eventually. So, it's really weird that this is over. That there's no more new My Hero volumes releasing that I'm going to keep eyes on. There might be stuff for some spin-offs. I don't know. I am definitely going to try focusing a bit more on some of My Hero Academia spin-offs. I have Volume 1 of Vigilante. I just got to get to it. There's team-up missions. I'm pretty sure there's like another one. Side stories or whatever. I don't know. But it's definitely odd seeing that My Hero be officially done now after so many years. I don't know what the creator will do next. I hope he makes some more cool stuff, honestly. But, yeah, My Hero Academia, Volume 42, I thought it was great. I felt like it wrapped the story up pretty well. I like the after-credits scene of it all. I mean, hey, Deku can still be a hero with, you know, the enhancements. Well, not enhancements, but, like, with technology, which I remember back in the day before I really got into My Hero, from Channel Friday. Anyone remembers that shit in the cartoon conspiracy series that kind of stopped being cartoons at some point and kind of stopped being really entertaining as soon as they lost the host, like the main host of that quit. But I remember one of just like, oh well, maybe there could be, you know, like enhancements or whatever, fuck, you know, like with you know, real people, where if they lost a leg, they can get, you know, the not replica, but I'm blanking on the name of it, but you know, shit like that, where okay, it kind of came back to that, where eventually it did lead to it. I thought that was really cool. I like Volume 42 of My Hero. I think the ending is very good. It ended pretty well. I don't know why people were treating it so terribly when it happened. But it's sad to see the series go, but I think it ended on an amazing note. Volume 3 of Frieren Beyond Shurizen. Took me a while to get to this, longer than I wanted to. I am glad I actually did get to the next volume. Because, yeah, Volume 3, really good. I do think the scenes in this that's in the anime are definitely elevated a lot more. Namely, the big fight with Fern and Stark versus the two demons before Frieren kills Aura, or has Aura kill herself. Like, the whole scene was seeing that other elf in that cabin in the woods. There's a lot more to it in the anime, I'd feel. Mainly when it comes to the visual department and, like, the scene feeling like it takes a while comparatively to here, where it feels like in the manga it gets done pretty quickly. Of course, that just could be the pace I'm reading at, likely just that. But I'm not saying, like, one's better than the other. I just think, like, in the anime, these are elevated. But in the manga, these are still really good. Like, I really like the art style. I like smug-ass Frieren in the background with some shots, especially with, like, the potion that removes clothing. I just love the smug Frieren look. Where she just does a relaxed-ass face. I love it. She's adorable as that. But yeah, no, Volume 3, this is really good. This is stuff in the anime already, but I mean, hey, that's not a bad thing. I'm just experiencing it through a slightly different lens. That's really it. It's still a really good volume.